Hey everybody, welcome to Saving Greens Homestead. My name is Keisha, and if this is your first time watching one of my videos, I welcome you. I wanted to bring you guys out here just so you can see that a lot of my plants survived that snow that we had. Now we ended up having snow 2 weekends in a row. And so I'm happy to say that everything is doing okay. I did lose some plants. I did lose some, but the majority of them survived, so I'm happy for that. Let me show you tomato row. Would you guys look at this? Look at this. Tomato row. All my tomatoes survived. I covered them with those plastic bottles, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, then that means you hadn't watched the video before this video. So I encourage you to go back and watch it so you can see what bottles I used and how I protected my tomato plants against the freezing temperatures and snow that we had. But look at this, everything is doing great and growing. Like this plant just a week ago was way smaller. It's tripled in size already in 1 week. I'm noticing ants in here. I'm gonna have to work on getting these ants out. Ants was a big problem in my garden last season. If you guys have any good ways to get rid of black ants out of the garden, then let me know down in the comments what's worked for you. Now don't tell me what you've seen other people say. I want to know from your own personal experience something that worked for you. Let me know in the comments. Oh, look at this. Looks good. I told you guys that the next time you see another one of my videos that I was gonna have something done, but before I share that with you, I would like to share with you some video clips of the weather that we had here over the weekend and why I'm so happy that everything survived. This is the day after the snowstorm. I want to show you guys. Look at that. My tomatoes were out all night, just covered. I gotta leave them covered for one more day, even though it seems pretty warm right now. I gotta leave them in one more day covered because we've got, it's gonna be down in freezing temps tonight, but tonight is the last night for that, and I should be able to take these covers off starting tomorrow. Look at that. And it's so strange seeing tomatoes in there with the snow around it. But the snow is melting. I'm surprised it stuck last night, but then again, I guess I'm not, because it was below freezing temperatures last night. Oh, we got this guy enjoying the sun. And then we got that guy. Hi, Tiger. Out here enjoying the sun. All my tomatoes plants are doing good. And I don't know if you guys noticed in my last video, I have this growing next to it. I planted, these are sorghum that I planted in this bed. I planted sorghum all in this bed. I planted amaranth, red amaranth in this bed. So you see the little seedlings popping up. And my goal is to let those grow alongside the tomato plants to help shade, because these beds don't get a lot of shade, to help shade them. as they grow. And also another alternative for me to trellis, use as a trellis for my tomato vines. So we shall see during the season, but that's the goal. Here's all the rest of the plants that I had out back. I put them in the front now, but you can see a lot survived. I brought them out front because I'm going to be selling a lot of these seedlings. And so I wanted them out front so people can have access to them when they come to purchase from me. But I wanted to show you guys, you remember these irises that bloomed a real deep purple? Well, look at this one. This one is a purple, but it's just a lighter purple. I don't know, on my camera it looks bright to me, like it might be lavender, but it's not. It's a deeper color than that. But look at the yellow. So pretty. And then look at all of these yellows that opened up. They're just beautiful. And you see that purple bloom in the back for this piece. These are magnolia, I think, peas. And this one has yet to open. But look at these. Look at these. So pretty. I love the color on these. The color is so pretty. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Oh, look at Mr. He's so bad. Look who's over there in my, right over here. You see him? In my garden bed where he's not supposed to be. I planted seeds in there. I'm going to have to put more thorny branches down. But I got something for him too. Just to help him understand that we don't get into my flower beds. Let's see if I can get this on video. Yeah. So, people always ask me, how do you train your cats to not get in your beds? Because that's what they get whenever I find them in there. So they make sure when I'm out here that they are not in the bed. He was already getting up when I went and grabbed the water hose. Because he knew it was coming. I just wanted to show you guys real quick. I knocked down a lot of those weeds. If you remember before, my whole front yard looked like this right here. Just all full of weeds, right? So I've already knocked a lot of them down. I just got to pick them up. And then I got to finish this last little section. And then we knocked this side down too. I just got to rake it all up. But I was going to share that in another video, but I guess it wouldn't hurt to share it now. And with this last snow, my potatoes, the leaves blackened on the tops where the snow settled on it. But they're still good. They're going to live. So I'm not bothered by it. The other half of Tomato Row is planted and installed. Water is going. All my tomato plants are in. And so that's another 20 tomato plants. So I have nearly 50 tomato plants planted already. Planted early and already. So I am happy. I am really happy with how this turned out. My body hurts from all the work because it was a lot of work, but it's so worth it. I'll be able to grow a lot more tomatoes since I have my tomato row again. Now, last time I told you guys the varieties. I guess I could go down the line here and tell you what these varieties are. Okay, so first we have Abe Lincoln, Tiffin Mennonite, Hungarian Heart, Costaludo Genovese, Sart Roloise, I believe that's how that's pronounced, Black Brandywine, Black from Tula, Lucid Gem, Pink Brandywine, German Pink, Prudence Purple, Paul Robeson, Mr. Stripey, Hillbilly, Berkeley Tie-Dye Green. Now if you remember, I already planted a Berkeley Tie-Dye Pink before, Aunt Ruby's German Green, German Johnson, Ukrainian Purple, Jasper, and finally Mortgage Lifter. So these are all the varieties that I have planted in these beds. And then when I get the containers that are going to go in between each one, those will contain more dwarf tomato plants and determinate tomato plants that are going to stay small. So I'll get those as soon as I find them. I was looking for them at Walmart. That's where I usually get them, and they didn't have any yet. So I'm going to keep looking for them. But at least this part of the garden is done. My tomato row is done. So I'm happy. Thank you guys for clicking on this video. And I hope you like the clips of the weather we experienced over the weekend and the flowers that are now blooming and so pretty in my front yard garden. Hope you enjoyed seeing those. I am gonna get back to work seed starting. I'm planting some watermelon and melons. So I will see you guys in the next video. As always, God bless.